The Speaker recognizes Representative Tlaib.
I am truly honored to have worked over the past 3.5 years with my colleagues, former Representative Olson, the now Senator Jim Ananich, Representative Clint Kesto, and my dear and one of the most genuine state representatives in this chamber, which is Representative Paul Muxlow. You have worked so hard with me on this issue, and it is paying off today to help so many Michiganders by holding these criminals that are ripping our communities apart accountable. I have never had this type of bipartisanship on any issue I have worked on. And thanks to the support of the governor and his leadership on this issue, we are now moving together and as committed as we were in the beginning to making sure these bills move forward. Scrap metal theft in Michigan is a critical issue that has cost our businesses, municipalities, our farmers, our communities thousands of dollars every single week. Michigan ranks in the top 10 states when it comes to scrap metal theft claims with insurance companies. Stolen scrap, like missing manhole covers, railroad weights, stop signs, guardrails, public lighting, phone lines, put our residents in grave danger. Not only that, but the theft is tearing apart our communities by stealing stolen church and cemetery ornaments. As Representative Muxlow can attest, farming equipment is literally being picked right from the farmers' fields. The National Insurance Crime Bureau states that between the years of 2006 to 2008, there were 13,861 claims. Now, we have close to 30,000 claims for metal theft. Nearly 96% of those claims recently come from copper theft. But the scrap metal theft are more than numbers for so many Michigan residents who have fallen victim of scrap metal theft. For my two sons, it's the local school and church that are what my son Adam calls broken buildings because of illegal scrappers have left nothing of value in those buildings. My local firefighters said that they feel like they are working for illegal scrappers because it's easier for them to burn down the building and gather the burnt copper wire later than try to gut it out physically. For so many farmers, neighborhood block clubs, mayors, local business owners, church communities, it is about their quality of life, about their livelihood. Each time their HVAC unit, their siding, their equipment is stolen, that is another insurance claim, and for some it's up to $25,000 or more. The part that angers me the most, Mr. Speaker, is that these metals being stolen in our state and around our nation is not benefiting us at all. A 2008 report from the FBI, which they angrily pointed out, that our stolen products are part of a high demand for scrap overseas. Quote, copper thieves are threatening U.S. critical infrastructure by targeting electrical substations, cellular towers, telephone landlines, railroads, water wells, construction sites, vacant homes for lucrative profits. The theft of copper from these targets disrupts the flow of electricity in the United States, telecommunications, transportation, water supply, heating, and security, and emergency services, and presents the risk to both public safety and national security. The demand for copper from developing nations like China and India is creating a robust international copper trade. Copper thieves are exploiting this demand and the resulting price surcharge by stealing and selling the metal for high profits to recyclers across the United States. And they end by saying that as the global supply of copper continues to tighten, the market for illicit copper will likely increase. So somewhere in China, my colleagues, or in India, our manhole covers, the fence from my son's favorite park is part of some skyscraper in downtown Tokyo. Our local law enforcement and prosecutors need our help. They also need the partnership of the industry to stop these criminals from putting our residents in danger and our local municipalities in debt by trying to tackle this issue today. We have worked in conjunction with scrap metal dealers, Michigan State Police, MDOT, Michigan Railroads, prosecutors, sheriffs, local businesses, farmers, and utility groups like DTE I, along with my colleagues, are so happy to have such a diverse and bipartisan group of supporters. I have never thought that I would have the dairy farmers supporting a bill that I worked on. So thank you, dairy farmers. We appreciate your support. These scrap metal theft reform bills will create stronger law enforcement tools, Mr. Speaker, that are necessary to make sure that illegal scrappers are held accountable. Too many times, and I'll repeat, too many times, our law enforcement and prosecutors have weak evidence or none at all to put in front of a judge so that these criminals could go behind bars. Making an arrest is not enough. We need documentation, evidence to make sure that there is a successful prosecution. It's like the show Law and Order. I've said that before. After an arrest, to hold anybody accountable, we need a successful prosecution. The bills will require the partnership of our scrapyard owners by requiring a photo of the materials on the scale, identifying the employee that weighed and inspected the materials so they can be called as a witness in the court proceedings, delayed payment for catalytic converters, air-conditioned units, and related parts as well, and more importantly, for copper wire, as well as the required training for all employees at scrapyards because they need to know what public utilities look like. These positive reforms will help increase enforcement by providing the necessary tools so that we can convict these criminals. Thank you, colleagues, for moving in a positive direction and making sure that our communities are safer by helping stop illegal scrapping in Michigan. And thank you, Governor and Representative Muxel, for your leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Tlaib. A majority of the members elected and serving having voted therefore, the bill is passed.